So our reporter James Savundra is here with us throughout the morning. James, you're going to shed a bit more light on this for us. If you was Harry Potter, what spell would you recommend? Harry Potter fan?
I am a Harry Potter fan, but I think Erik Ten Hag needs a big spell to try and turn things around at United after the first 3 matches.
Because listen, it's very early in the season to be getting the backing of the hierarchy, isn't it?
Yeah, it does. I mean, Omar Barada and Dan Ashworth spoke to the national press ahead of the match against Liverpool, and at that point United won their opening game against Fulham, lost in the dying minutes against Brighton, but 3 points in 3 games isn't a brilliant start. But both Omar Barada and Dan Ashworth said they absolutely believe in Erik Ten Hag. They believe he's the right man to lead Manchester United forward. Both men speaking to the press and making clear that they'll do everything in their powers to help Ten Hag to get United to where they need to be this season. And they feel like United are heading in the right direction as a club. It was a really impressive summer in terms of what they did from a recruitment point of view. But also both men were keen to point out the fact is they only started work at the beginning of July, so they had no say on what happened to Erik Ten Hag in the summer, because we know there was a lengthy review process that took place, and they spoke to a number of different candidates over the course of the summer. We can see some of the people they spoke to and considered, like Kieran McKenna at Ipswich, lots of interest in him. They had conversations with Thomas Frank at Brentford, Mauricio Pochettino, so long linked with the job at Manchester United. Thomas Tuchel, they held conversations with him when it became clear he wasn't going to stay on at Bayern Munich. And Roberto De Zerbi, who left Brighton at the back end of last season, now the Marseille head coach. But what the United hierarchy did before Barada and Dan Ashworth started work is they had a lengthy review about the season last year. United finished 8th in the Premier League table, a negative goal difference. But that victory in the FA Cup final against Manchester City felt like it did turn the tide. I think there was a lot of fan optimism about life under Erik Ten Hag after what had been a really difficult first couple of seasons. There were so many injuries last season, which had a real factor for them as well. But we can hear what Omar Barada has had to say when it comes to Erik Ten Hag staying on as Manchester United. And he said that Erik has our full backing and we've worked very closely together. Do we believe in Erik? Absolutely. We're going to continue working very closely with him to help him get the best result out of the team. We think Erik is the right coach for us and we're backing him. And also sporting director Dan Ashworth also said he's enjoying working with Ten Hag. The club will continue to support him in any and every possible way to deliver success for Manchester United. So the hierarchy at Manchester United backing their man despite what has been an already troubling start to the season.
Yeah, very early days, but as you expect, the story is dominating the sporting headlines this morning. How are the newspapers covering it?
Yeah, this is the biggest